One peaceful evening, a little hedgehog sat in a meadow watching the sunset. The sky was painted with beautiful shades of orange, pink, and gold. The birds were flying home. The flowers swayed gently in the evening breeze. Everything felt calm and quiet. Then, high above him, a tiny star appeared. The hedgehog blinked. A moment later, another star appeared. Then another, and another. Soon, little lights were shining all across the sky. The hedgehog tilted his head. "That's strange," he whispered. "Who turns on the stars every night?" It seemed like a very important mystery, so he decided to find out. The little hedgehog walked through the meadow until he found a group of fireflies dancing above the grass. "Excuse me," he said. "Do you turn on the stars every night?" The fireflies giggled. "Oh no," they replied. "We only light up our own tiny lanterns." The hedgehog thanked them and continued his journey. Soon he met a family of rabbits hopping home through the tall grass. "Do you know who turns on the stars?" he asked. The rabbits twitched their noses. "We don't know," they said. "We are usually asleep before all the stars appear." The little hedgehog continued on. As he entered the forest, he spotted a deer standing quietly beneath the trees. The deer was watching the evening sky. "Mr. Deer," called the hedgehog, "do you know who turns on the stars every night?" The deer smiled softly. "No, little friend, but I think whoever does it must be very good at their job." The hedgehog nodded. That seemed true. Every night the stars appeared perfectly. Deeper in the forest, he found a wise old owl perched on a branch. The owl was already awake for the night. "Mr. Owl," asked the hedgehog, "do you turn on the stars?" The owl chuckled. "Oh my, no. I spend my nights watching them, but I have never seen anyone turn them on." The little hedgehog sighed. Nobody seemed to know. As the sky grew darker, fluffy clouds drifted overhead. The hedgehog looked up. "Clouds, do you turn on the stars?" The clouds laughed softly. "No, little hedgehog. Sometimes we even cover the stars by accident." The hedgehog smiled. That was true. Sometimes he couldn't see the stars at all. The mystery remained unsolved. By now, dozens of stars sparkled above him. The forest glowed beneath their gentle light. Then a soft silver glow appeared above the hills. The moon was rising. The little hedgehog hurried to the top of a grassy hill. The moon looked peaceful and bright. "Moon," called the hedgehog. The moon smiled warmly. "Good evening, little hedgehog." The hedgehog sat down and looked up. "Moon, I've been searching all evening. I asked the fireflies. I asked the rabbits. I asked the deer. I asked the owl. I even asked the clouds. But nobody knows who turns on the stars every night." The moon listened carefully. Then it smiled. "What if I told you that nobody turns them on?" The hedgehog blinked. "Nobody?" The moon nodded. "The stars are already there. They shine all day and all night." The little hedgehog looked confused. "But I can't see them during the day." "That's because the sun is very bright," explained the moon. "When the sun is awake, its light fills the sky. But when the sun goes to sleep, the stars finally get their chance to shine." The hedgehog looked up. More stars were appearing every moment. Hundreds, then thousands. The entire sky sparkled like a giant blanket of diamonds. His eyes grew wide with wonder. "So they've been there all along?" The moon nodded. "They've been watching over the world the whole time." The little hedgehog smiled. For a long time, he sat quietly on the hill. He watched the stars twinkle. He watched the moon climb higher into the sky. The cool night breeze rustled the grass around him. The world felt peaceful. And somehow, It felt even more magical than before. "Thank you, stars," whispered the hedgehog. "Thank you for making the night so beautiful." One by one, the sounds of the forest grew quieter. The rabbits were asleep. The deer were resting. The fireflies drifted lazily through the meadow. And the owl watched peacefully from his tree. At last, the little hedgehog yawned. He curled into a cozy little ball beneath the starlit sky. And before long, he drifted peacefully to sleep. Above him, thousands of stars continued to sparkle, just as they always had, just as they always would.